Right now, I'm in a space of I just need a good old hug every now and then.
Yeah.
Good old bear hug. Just come put your arm around.
But you know what, Mika? We talked about that too, though, yo. We talked about that because most men never got that.
That's
Most men never got that at home growing up. I mean, we talking about guys in their 30s and their 40s. Not, I mean, clearly we know a little bit more about emotions than we did 20, 30 years ago. But most guys, I know guys my age, and specifically me, I didn't get that. I
yeah.
didn't get that. I mean, nobody
That's
sat me down and was like, yo, we love you. I told you I got gifts on my birthday and Christmas.
Yeah.
So and then people was talking about, well, we loved you. You provided for me. Yeah.
mm,
Again, what did I just say? You made sure I was straight. You didn't make
yeah.
sure.
But a lot of times on a relationship, intimacy got to start hours before, y'all done spent some time. I remember one time, no lie, my girl came home and I had cleaned the kitchen, all the bathrooms. Like, when I tell you that cleaning the stuff up, boy, she was like, listen.
People are dating based on characteristics. They're dating on, they're not like, they're looking at how much the person. Say again, I'm sorry?
And potential.
Well, okay, so I don't have an issue with dating on potential because we're all developing and growing. You and I talked about Eve last night, right? Like, and I said how she was introduced to us into who she is today. We're talking about 20 years of growth and maturation. So I don't have an issue with potential per se. Just know what you're getting into. Okay, let me say it like this, and I like that, right? Don't date a person's date. You can date the person's potential. Don't date your expectation.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because that's the thing that we usually don't tell about the people. That's the person, the avatar that we have of the person in our head. We don't share that with them. My boy Julian out on the West Coast loves to say that. It's like, when we're talking about women or whatever, and they upset, and he'll say, well, that means you out of character in the movie that's playing in her head. You see what I'm saying? So when you have expectations of a person, I would say that it's fair to share that stuff with them. You know what I mean? To say, okay, here's what I'm looking for. But how often do people really do that? You know what I mean?
And this goes back to me talking about not dating, because if women want something from a man, if they require something, that needs to be discussed up front. And women need to start taking the risk of being honest with that man up front. So guess what? He may agree with you. He may oblige you. That's why I said don't date. Don't go to STK, Fogo de Cho. Don't go to Ruth Chris. Don't go to them nice restaurants, Seasons 52, all that stuff. Y'all go to the park and you all sit down and y'all have a conversation. You interview him, he interviews you. Y'all talk. And you ask him tough questions. Ask him character-based questions that he can't fake. Put him in a scenario. Think about it. When we go to a job, we got a 90-day grace period, right? You got a 90-day grace period where you can make or break your stay at that job. So it should be the same thing with dating a person. It should be about 90 days before y'all actually start dating. Because you need to go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know what? That's a great point because, and I often think like this too because I'm in Jersey now, but I was in Atlanta for 17 years, and I remember an employer tried to make a comment one day, was talking about like Georgia being an at-will state, and I said, but that law goes both ways, right? You see what I'm saying? So you talking about the 90-day grace period? That's a great thing, right? Because the job can let you go in 90 days, or you can let the damn job go in 90 days.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So don't be afraid to course correct. Most people tell you who they are up front.
They do.
Most people tell you who they are up front. The problem is we will hear what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And we will see what we want to see. That's why I was talking about sight versus vision. I said vision goes beyond sight. So we can say that character goes beyond characteristics, right? So, because character, again, is who you are, not what you are. It's who you are. So you know if a man is going to be honest, brave, courageous, if he's going to treat you right. That ain't got nothing to do with what he looked like. That ain't got nothing to do with how much he made.
Yeah.
That has everything to do with who he is. And for the men out there,
I like what that sister just said right there, or reveal it through their actions.
yeah, I would say this too, though. A lot of people use their actions, and very few people don't use their words. Actions mean everything too, right? Because actions obviously determine your reality. But again, when you only rely on your actions and not on your words, because actions determine, but words inform.
Mm.
Words inform. I'll tell you a scenario I was in.